Hi everyone, my name is Alexa and I am an OT intern at the FRC. Today we're going to be talking about calming activities in terms of emotional regulation. So I talked about emotional regulation in my last video. We addressed the zones of regulation. So these calming activities are going to be most useful when you're in that yellow-red zone, when you're starting to feel anxious or angry and frustrated, things like that. So that's typically when we would use these. So I want you guys to think about what that looks like for you. What does that yellow-red zone look like for you? What kinds of things are you doing? Are you pacing? Are your fists clenched? Are you starting to sweat? So think about those bodily reactions, those emotions you're feeling, and the reactions that you're having to your environment. So today we're going to be exploring some calming activities, and this is by no means an extensive list, but these are just some of the things that I have around my house. Possibly you might have them around your house, and we're going to talk about some other things that you could do to help bring yourself back down into that green zone. Typically when we think about calming activities, we think of something more gentle, easy, soft, quiet, warm, all of those comforting feelings. And we're going to be going through some options for each of the senses. However, as many senses as you can involve, the better. So one standalone might not work as well as combining 2 or 3 different things at the same time. But the first one we're going to talk about is tactile. So here I've got just a soft, squishy stress ball that you could use. I like wearing warm, fuzzy socks, some cotton balls. This would be nice to have if you were like on the go and you just needed something really soft. Behind me I've got a really warm, soft blanket that I love to use. And I have a little head massager, which feels really good. So those are some tactile things that you could use. Smell is also another really powerful sense that could ground you a little bit if you're feeling anxious or angry. So you could try lighting one of your favorite candles. You could try using essential oils. So here I've got more calming essential oils. I've got lemongrass, eucalyptus, and lavender. So those are pretty common calming essential oils. And then I've also got some of my favorite lotion. So this is an example of using 2 different senses. As far as auditory, you could try listening to some calming nature sounds. There's ASMR videos and calming music. I know that it could be tempting if you're angry to listen to angry music, but we're looking at some things to combat the way that we're feeling. So even though you may be tempted to listen to angry music when you're angry, you really want to try something to bring yourself back down and be the opposite of what you're feeling. Also just going outside and listening to birds or someone mowing their grass, something very neutral, and focusing on the auditory stimulus can help bring you back down to that green zone. As far as taste, something warm or a taste that you find comforting and maybe a little bit nostalgic could be calming for you. I am a big advocate for tea, so I drink a lot of hot tea if I'm feeling anxious. You could also try just making some comfort food. For me, that would look like meatloaf and mashed potatoes, but for someone else, it might look something like soup or banana bread, things like that. So thinking of some comfort food items or something warm could be calming for you as well. Vision is something that could easily be used in conjunction with another item that you're using. This could be as simple as watching funny videos of animals or watching a beachscape. If you don't have anything immediately accessible, you could watch out your window and see if anybody's walking around, or watch your pet walk around your house, things like that. Anything that you find visually comforting and calming, you could use easily in conjunction while you're drinking a cup of tea, or burning your favorite candle, or listening to your favorite music, things like that. So I would say vision is something that could be easily incorporated with other sensations. Another form of sensation that's not often talked about is vestibular and proprioceptive input, which is basically your brain and body connections to where you are in space. So a lot of times calming activities for these include slow rhythmic movements like rocking or swinging. There's also stretching and yoga, things like that. You could also try different massage techniques and vibrations that could also help you with that calming effect. So my homework for you guys is to explore your house and see if there are some items that you think would work well for you. Try to explore as many different combinations of different sensations as you can, because the more that you use more than one type of sensation, the better the calming effect. And again, really think about trying to utilize these skills when you feel yourself in that yellow zone. Try to prevent getting in that red zone, bringing yourself back down. So I encourage you to see what you can find and see what works for you.